This is our town, Columbia, Missouri, USA. Visitors approaching from the east on Highway 40 see this marker erected by the State Historical Society. First settled in 1819, Columbia became the county seat in 1820. The original Boone's Lick Trail passed about 6 miles north of the city, but was relocated and followed a route now marked by Broadway. Columbia is the home of the University of Missouri, Stevens College, and Christian College, each with a history of more than a century. To the university's 10 major divisions is now being added a new 4-year medical school. The teaching hospital is under construction. The University Dairy Farm, an outstanding Guernsey operation, is part of the College of Agriculture. On major air routes and located at the junction of 2 major cross-country highways, number 40 and 63, Columbia is favored by quick, easy transportation. Columbia attracts an unusual number of visitors the last Friday and Saturday of each month when the merchants schedule dollar days. A free movie is offered for youngsters under 12 to occupy them while their parents shop. The theater management provides adequate supervision for the house full of young people. Columbia is proud of its downtown shopping district. The Columbia Retail Merchants Association feels its slogan, "What do you want to buy? What do you want to pay?" Columbia has it every day, well describes the most complete shopping center between Kansas City and St. Louis. Since Columbia is primarily a city catering to fashion-conscious young people, styles here are often ahead of our larger neighboring communities. Within a 3-block radius, shoppers find an outstanding range of items and national brands at the best possible price. This corn, being shelled for a livestock feeder in the Columbia area, is becoming part of a $1 million hometown enterprise. It will be used to fatten cattle like these Boone County Whitefaces, which will be converted to tender roasts, steaks, and chops at Raiders Meatpacking Plant. Members of the Hickman High varsity team turn out for an afternoon scrimmage. Dave Kennedy and Jack Aslan buckle on headgear. Both are regulars on the varsity team. Head football coach Bob Rourke offers some advice before practice begins. Keeping a close eye on progress of the high school athletes, the Columbia Tribune staff visits football practice. Larry Grabner checks his equipment. As Grabner talks to Dean Zanis, Kewpie backfield star, Dick Thomas, reporter for the Tribune Sports Department, comes over to help set up an action shot. And here's the result. Tricky broken field running is captured by the camera. MFA technicians work in this modern and well-equipped laboratory. Spradling is setting up a device for testing the qualities of gasoline. The research laboratory is a good example of the scientific service farmers obtain cooperatively in the Missouri Farmers Association. At double time, University Naval midshipmen take positions. The Army, Air Force, and Marine Corps also offer military training on the University of Missouri campus. Each midshipman learns all the gun crew positions. The 5-inch gun is in the Naval ROTC Armory, which houses much of the equipment found on a warship. One of the more delicious dairy products in the Columbia area is Frozen Gold ice cream, produced by the State Dairy Products Company, located on Highway 40. Riley Jacobs dumps sugar into 500 gallons of high-quality milk as a first step in creating Frozen Gold. The mix is pasteurized in this tank by holding the temperature at 150 degrees for 30 minutes. Plant foreman Walt Cotman supervises. The pasteurizing process is permanently recorded by this instrument. Here is the generous, delicious cupful. The young fry also find the summer months are busy times. There is much energy to burn up on the slides and merry-go-round at Cosmo Park, one of 5 parks and 4 playgrounds in Columbia. There are old fire engines to be driven, and the flying rings are a great place to build muscular coordination, while the jungle gym is a surefire attraction for the youngsters who want to hang by the heels. Ben Alexander picks his club and drives on Columbia's municipal golf course. Mayor Howard Lang Jr. and Bill Christman are along. Mayor Lang putts. Fishermen try their luck at Airport Lake, and it's easy to see why Huck Finn enjoyed life. In addition to the pleasant contemplation of fishing, the Columbia area has 2 country clubs, 8 theaters, including 2 drive-ins, a local television station, all contributing to the wholesome entertainment opportunities. Increasing business and a growing community have made the present quarters of the Columbia Savings Bank too small. Hartley Banks, president of the bank, Bob Drafin, assistant cashier, and H.E. Cox, cashier, discussed plans and architect's drawing of a new building under construction at 8th and Cherry Streets. It will certainly contain nearly 3 times the floor space of the present building. Special features will include 2 drive-in windows and parking space for customers. It will be completely air-conditioned and will give Columbia the most modern banking facilities in central Missouri. Co-owners of Alton's are 2 brothers, John L. and Tom. Alton's beginnings in the general service field are reflected today in the firm's responsible attitude toward nearly 1,500 regular service customers. Eddie King is giving a 1,000-mile check, a free service to a Ford sold by Alton's. Gateway between the west and east campuses at the University of Missouri is the Student Union Building's high-arched memorial tower. The beautiful Gothic building was completed in 1952 and is the center of casual social life for students. On a football Saturday, Columbia takes on a festive air. Nearly everybody in town, as well as everyone on campus, turns out to see the Tigers compete against their Big 7 gridiron foes. Missouri digs in against the Texas Mustangs, who had won 9 of the previous 11 games. There's a lot of support from the Missouri sidelines. It's a warm day whether you're playing or watching. Halftime entertainment is gay and varied, raising Missouri spirits despite a score in SMU's favor. More than 25,000 fans sat in 80-degree heat to watch the Parents' Day game. But it just wasn't the Tigers' day. One beverage popular with all ages in central Missouri is Pepsi-Cola. Let's see where it comes from. From the beginning of the bottle wash process, the operation is one of efficiency, as Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company of Columbia services 8 central Missouri counties. Carbonated water, exactly the right amount to give more bounce to the ounce, is added by this machine. After syrup and carbonated water are in the bottles, they receive the distinctive Pepsi-Cola cap, sealing in goodness until you desire it. Final step is the spinner, which completes the blend of syrup and water into a refreshing beverage. In the 2 years that Ozark Airlines has been serving Columbia, schedules have grown to 6 a day, giving connections to Wichita, Kansas City, Springfield, Joplin, St. Louis, and Chicago. There is particular interest in air transportation in Columbia because aeronautical instruction is part of the curriculum at Stevens College.